There was a consensus at the conference that it had taken the world financial crisis to clearly demonstrate just what a globalised and interdependent world we now live in. Some speakers liken the crisis rocking the stability of world banks and stock exchanges and threatening people's jobs and savings to a video game where players are confronted with a string of ever more menacing and powerful monsters to overcome.
I think Warren Buffett put it best when he said that when the tide goes out, you find out who's been swimming without trunks. And right now there's a lot of people swimming without trunks, and we need to restore confidence in the financial system by getting our arms around where the risk lies with some of these newer financial instruments that were sold and swapped and conveyed in recent years, and find out where the risk is, monetize that risk, and find the bottom of this downturn, so that people can then take a deep breath and realize that the productive capacity that is so great in the world is still there.
The American ambassador said that emerging economies like China and India and the increased demand for resources for production were positive aspects of globalization.
Globalization has been a very good thing for our standards of living in the developed countries as well as the developing countries, and that at this time of economic uncertainty that virtually every country is facing right now, that it's an important time to renew and reaffirm our support in a global trading system and a global economy.
Representatives from the private sector were also present to address the conference on changing public attitudes to the risks of globalization. Research carried out by the insurance group Aviva in 27 countries showed that despite many cultural differences, people around the world now have a common lack of confidence in financial institutions.
People are more anxious about the future, more conscious they're not going to have enough to retire with, but they're less likely to do anything about it. And they have probably less trust in financial institutions and potentially governments than they've ever had. So the consequence of that is that we all need, in public policy terms, in government terms, in private sector terms, to think what are the things we can do to help that, because it's unsustainable in the future.
The conference also looked at the way new communication systems have contributed to globalization and if globalization itself in its present form is sustainable.